Okay, cool. All right. So the very next thing that we're going to talk about is occlusion. It is where we block off the front of your optics, okay, so that you can no longer see through glass, right? Can you still pick up on the dot though? You can. Why? Because the back of the optic is where you pick up on the dot as it's reflected onto the back panel of the front pane of glass, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come around and we're going to tape you off so that you have no ability to see through the glass. So all you'll be able to see is the dot as you are pointing the weapon downrange. Now, for those of you that have been having trouble with keeping both eyes open, or for those of you that have people back at your agencies that'll have trouble keeping both eyes open, this is a great way to force that out, right? Why? Because if I close my left eye, what's the only thing I'm going to see? For a right-handed shooter, if I close my left eye, what's the only thing I'm going to see? The dot, and nothing else. If I close my right eye, what am I going to see? The target, and no dot. Exactly right. You're about to become familiar with a concept called convergence, okay? And with convergence, your brain creates an image in your head comprised of the data that it's being fed from your right eye and the data that it's being fed from your left eye. Does that make sense? And then the image is created in your head. Everybody come over here with me. And I want everybody to get online with me and face that way. Get online with me, shoulder to shoulder. Everybody, we should fit. We're not going to do anything crazy. Just get shoulder to shoulder. Now, does everybody see that bright orange can to the left side of the table? Yeah? Okay. I want you to put your thumb out in front of you and hold it directly beneath the can. Do not cover it. And then slowly introduce your thumb over the can. Did everybody's thumb just become invisible?
Yes.
Are you seeing through your thumb right now?
Yes.
Oh my God. What that is no, right? All right, what that is convergence. That's convergence. Your right eye is feeding your brain the data of my ability to see the can is blocked by my thumb. But your left eye is feeding your brain the image of, I can see the can to the left of the thumb. Now go ahead and close your left eye. What do you see? All thumb. Go ahead and close your right eye. What do you see? All can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And your brain puts the two together in your head. Occlusion is no different. All right, everybody back on this side. So occlusion is no different. By occluding the dot, or I'm sorry, rather, by occluding your optic, you can simply pick up on the dot, right, and concentrate on maintaining a hard focus on the target downrange with your left eye. Because you have no option anymore to focus on the dot. Your brain is independently picking up 2 tracks of data. Does that make sense? Yes? All right, so we're going to come by, we're going to take you up, and we're going to give you the ability to experience this firsthand. Now, for some of you, you might actually get more accurate. Don't ask me how or why, just some folks prefer to. Simon's back there covering everything with his thumb now, right? For some of you, you might get more accurate. Don't ask me why, it's just your brain might prefer the single track of information going into your head. Does that make sense? And for others, this might not have any training value at all, okay? There's a very small percentage of folks out there that suffer from something called phoria. And phoria is where there is a scrambling, right, of the alignment of the data that goes into your brain and its inability to align with its seeing, right, visually. So we see sometimes that shooters get occluded, we occlude their dots, and their point of impact goes way left, okay? There's not a lot that you can do to train that out other than drill the T5, right? The target focus and overlaying the dot. And if you're one of those shooters, I'm happy to give you 1 or 2 drills that you can use to really put that, right, that training into motion so that you can perhaps get closer to center while occluded. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm simply going to demonstrate the ability to shoot occluded really quick. So eyes and ears. Now, I want everybody to notice. Can you come up here, Sarah? Can you please confirm that you cannot see through glass?
Right.
Okay, so I have no ability to see through glass, and the concept of the shooting is the same. Both eyes open so that my brain is able to create the data or create the image in my head as I have the target acquired with my left eye and the dot acquired with my right eye. Okay? And your shooting should be no less accurate. All of that done without being able to see through glass. The concepts are the same. The fundamentals remain the same. Pick up the target with your left eye, pick up the dot with your right eye, let your brain work the magic, okay? We taught this class down in Tennessee last year. The folks down there said this was sorcery, all right? So you guys will be able to see this for yourselves here in a little bit. But guys, being occluded does not mean that you're out of the fight. Why do we occlude you? Well, one, we want to give you this as a training tool in the event that you find yourself closing your left eye. And for those of you that instruct others in the future, this is a great way to help them defeat that. But more importantly, if you find yourself in a fight one day and the front of your optic becomes covered with mud, blood, snow, I mean whatever happens, you know that so long as you have the ability to pick up on the dot, you can create the image in your head to be effective on target, right? In the event that you need to engage with your firearm. Does that make sense to everyone? Questions, comments, concerns? None? Okay, let's give it a go then. All right, go ahead.